Welcome to FireFlink. In this video, we'll explore how FireFlink streamlines the management of test data. Instead of hard-coding values for every step, the user can organize and maintain their data in one place. This approach keeps the automation clean, flexible, and easy to update whenever needed. Let's see how to create, manage, and use the test data effectively within FireFlink. In FireFlink, test data files can be organized and managed directly in the test data section. To get started, navigate to the test data section by clicking the test data button. Once navigated, the user can begin by creating folders and storing all necessary files under those folders. First, let's create a folder. Click the folder icon, and a Create Folder slider will appear, asking for a name and other details. Enter the desired name, select the parent folder, and click Create. This will successfully create a folder under the test data section. FireFlink also provides arrow controls that allow the user to create multiple folders, either as subfolders or as separate ones under the existing structure. Once the folder setup is ready, it's time to add files. To upload a file, navigate to the desired folder, click the right arrow, and choose the Upload File option. A prompt will allow the user to select a file from the local machine. There are multiple file types that can be uploaded into FireFlink. Once selected, click Upload, and the file will appear under the test data section. These files are now ready for use, and CRUD operations can be performed on them as needed. Creating a new file directly within FireFlink is just as simple. Navigate to the target folder, click the right arrow, and select File option or click the plus File button on the top right. A Create File slider will appear, where the user needs to provide a name. By default, the type is XLSX. That means it will create an Excel file. Select the parent folder, then click Create. The file will now appear, ready for data entry. With FireFlink's Auto Update feature, changes are saved automatically without the need for manual saves. The platform also allows importing external sheets into existing files. Simply click the Import button, select the local file, and the data from that sheet will merge into the current file within the test data section. Now, once the data files are ready, extracting data from them during script creation is straightforward. Open the script and search for the file format from where the user wants to extract the data. For example, if it's an Excel sheet, simply type Excel in the NLP search to view all available options. This will display all relevant NLPs, enabling the user to fetch, write, or handle Excel data seamlessly. Now, let's walk through a quick example. First, let's fetch one piece of data and write one back using these NLPs. To fetch, select Excel Get Cell Data, then specify the required details. Choose whether the file is from the test data section or a local path. Provide the file path, the sheet name, the row index, and the column index. Finally, assign a variable to store the fetched data. For this example, let's call it as name. Add this step to the script. Next, let's write back the email ID into the sheet. Select the appropriate NLP. Fill in the same details, whether the user wants to utilize the test data or local path. Next, the user needs to specify the file path, sheet name, row index, and column index. Along with that, specify the data to be written, which in this case is the email. Add this step as well, and then execute the script to observe the results. After execution, notice that the data is successfully fetched and written, as indicated by the pass status. To confirm, navigate to the test data section and open the file. The email, which was previously not present, is now added, showing the operation was executed accurately. Now that we've seen how to fetch and write data directly from files, let's look at another powerful feature, Data Provider. This feature is designed to handle multiple sets of data within a single script effortlessly. So, instead of repeating the same steps for each input, or creating multiple scripts, or defining several variables, the user can streamline the entire process by using Data Provider in FireFlink. First, let's prepare the data. Open the existing file using the Quick Access panel and create a new sheet specifically for the scenario. Verify user is able to search for multiple products. Name the column as products and enter the 5 product names the user wants to search for. Now, to create a data provider, navigate to the desired script and locate the data provider icon in the Quick Access panel. Click on it, and a slider will appear. Then, click the Plus Data Provider button to begin. Start by naming the data provider. Let's call this one as products. After that, select the updated file the user just prepared and choose the sheet containing your product list. The slider also provides an option to start iteration from a specific point. If the user selects Exclude Header, the iteration will ignore column headers and begin directly from the data rows. If Include Header is chosen, it will iterate using the column headers defined in the Excel sheet. For row selection, there are two modes. Select specific rows, where the user defines exactly which rows to pull, or select entire rows, which iterates through the entire table. Once the iteration details are finalized, the column mapping and data provider variables will be displayed. Click Create to finalize the setup. The newly created data provider will now be visible, showing the linked file, sheet name, and the range of rows being accessed. To use this data provider in a script, start by adding the start iteration NLP. Once added, select the data provider created earlier, products, and then click Add. Now, include the steps that need to be repeated during each iteration. Now use the data provider variable by typing the dollar symbol to bring up the list of variables. Select the correct one to enter different product names into the search field. When the script is executed, the automation will iterate through each product in the list, performing the same steps with different data entries. In this video, the user has learned how FireFlink's test data and data provider features make script management more efficient and scalable. Thank you for watching the video. To learn more or schedule a free demo, visit www.fireflink.com.